Hello and welcome to Polloi Two, and today we have a sort of a smaller unboxing because I've been waiting for this box from Teague in Hawaii for a little while and it has just arrived. Now it's actually a bigger box than I was expecting because Teague got in touch with me to say that he had a figure that I needed, it was sort of the remains of a figure that I needed, and he was going to send it over. But this, as you can see, is a box that's going to contain far more than the one figure that I was imagining. So let's open it up and see what he sent in. Right, let's take a look. What have we got here? There is a note in the top and an Indiana Jones Adventure Series figure. So let's take a read of the note first. It says, "Aloha Dave, hope this note finds you and Mrs. toy-polloi well. As we discussed, here is a proper map room indie for your collection." See, that's what I was expecting. Of course, it couldn't be a proper toy-polloi item without some work to be done. One of the indies is a real challenge, the other is a thumb repair that you've done many times before. Also, I thought it would be cool to include some Ultraman items from Japan. Here in Hawaii, they have Don Quixote, just like in Japan, but with the Hawaii flavour. Not as good, but better than nothing. In addition, I found some stuff I got in eBay job lots a while back and have no plans for them and thought you could add them to your collection or whatever you want. Plus, there was space in the box. Finally, these indie figures were at deep discount at Target and I couldn't leave them behind. They had a Temple of Doom indie for $3 and an Obi-Wan indie for $7. I thought the retro one would make some good custom fodder for you. This is just my way of saying mahalo. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but it means thanks in Hawaiian apparently. As always, keep up the great work. Looking forward to the next video and see how you tackle this challenge. Teague. Oh, well, thank you, Teague. That is amazing. I really was only expecting the figure that we had discussed, but it sounds like you've put a whole load more in here. So let's take a look at what's in here. So this is the 6-inch version of Indy in the Club Obi-Wan outfit. Do you know what? I haven't picked up any of these 6-inch figures. I don't know why. They just sort of haven't been something that I've been looking at, but this looks fantastic. I might have to open this up before we finish the video. This is the first 6-inch figure I've ever had. So that is amazing. Then you said there were some other bits at the bottom of this box. So this is what I was expecting. You see, this is what we had discussed. So this is a map room version of Indiana Jones. I've got a few bits of this figure, and you'll have seen in a previous video that I made a sort of custom cape for him. But this is a full version of him, missing his thumb, but all of these indie figures are. And then we have this poor chap, which is very battered and beaten. He is missing one arm. He's got the remains of another arm, and his head's a little bit sort of chewed and messed up. So that's going to be a project. This is going to be a fairly simple project because I've done the thumbs before, but that is what I was expecting in this box. So thanks for those. Those are fantastic because this is a figure I don't have complete. So this will now complete that figure for me. So that's amazing. Then what do we have here? Well, I can see we have a Cylon. This is a Mattel Cylon. Very cool figure. I've restored these before. I do love Cylons, and they're a fantastic figure to army build. He's a bit loose and a bit floppy, and he's missing most of his chrome, but he's still a lovely figure. Then we have, is that Bo or Luke Duke from the Dukes of Hazzard? Which one is it? I can't remember. If you know, put a comment below, but it's either Bo or Luke Duke. Then I can see here we have Faceman from the A-Team. That's a Galoob figure. There's a couple of legs here which are from Hordak, so that's a Masters of the Universe Hordak. Then we have this figure here, which I think these are Kenner, aren't they? These came out before the Raiders of the Lost Ark figures, 1980. I think this must be Tonto from the Lone Ranger. I've not seen one before, but it certainly feels like a Kenner figure, and that looks like what I would expect it to look like, so I'm going to say that is Tonto from the Lone Ranger. Then what do we got? Some sweets, and there's another belt at the bottom. That's an A-Team belt. I think that's Mr. T's belt, judging by the tools and stuff on it, but so that's the 6-inch Mr. T belt. And then we've got some pieces here. Let me rearrange my desk because I can see there's a little Ultraman. I think that was an Ultraman as well. And another retro collection. Oh, he's come off his card. I was going to say it's a retro collection Temple of Doom indie, but he has come free from his card. Let me rearrange my desk. So this is a Temple of Doom version of Indy from the retro collection. But yeah, the blister just came away from the card. I've seen a few people mention that some of the blisters aren't stuck on very well. All of the figures I've had here in the UK, they have been stuck on particularly well, but this one you can see it was only stuck on in a few places, so that has come away. That's now a loose figure, and as he said, ideal for custom, so that's good that he came away from the card because it saves me opening it. Then we had some sweets, which are ones I've not seen before. This is dry roasted macadamia nuts in sea salt. very nice. I do like snacking, as I've said many times when I'm unboxing. I do like snacking up here. And these are the ones from Don Quixote. So Don Quixote is a sort of a bit of a general store that you get in Japan. It sells a bit of everything, and there's all sorts of good things in there. So the Hawaiian version looks like it has some cool things as well. So this is a little sort of mini version of Ultraman made by Namco. And then we have one of these sort of small Sofubi type versions of him as well. I've got a whole collection of these. Every time I go to Japan I pick them up, but I don't think I've got this one. This is the new generation Teague, and it's not one I have. It actually looks like there's a little sweet in there. Sometimes you have to be careful, they're not sweets, they're things to keep the packets of the figure dry, but I think that one may be a sweet. So that is fantastic. Well, thanks ever so much, Teague. That is really cool. I wasn't expecting all of this. As I say, all I was expecting were these two little busted figures here. So to be sent all of this, that really is very generous of you. And as I mentioned at the start, I put some toy-polloi bits back in the post to you, so hopefully those will be with you very soon. But before we end this video, why don't we open this figure up, as I've never seen any of these 6-inch figures, so it'd be fun to do. Okay, let's get this box open. Do we open at the top or the bottom? So at the bottom there's only one little piece of sellotape there, and we'll see what this figure looks like. Oh right, this is all plastic-free packaging. I'd sort of heard about plastic-free packaging and thought it was a pretty good idea. So it is indeed all plastic-free. We've got the cardboard box there, and then we've got the figures in little paper bags, it looks like. So let's open these up. This must be the accessories. And it is indeed. Oh, there's some small accessories in there. We've got a sword. We've got the little gem that he goes hunting for. We've got the vial of antidote. There's the thing that he's trading with. I can't actually remember what it's called now, but it's a sort of a little statue made out of stone. We've got some things on skewers. What's that? Little chickens on skewers on fire. And then the figure must be in here. So let's open this up and take a look at the figure. And there he is. Oh, it's a pretty cool figure actually. I've not seen these, as I say. They sort of pass me by, but they're supposed to have a lot of articulation, which he certainly seems to have. Yeah, a lot of articulation, a very poseable figure. And that's actually not a bad likeness to Harrison Ford. Very nice indeed. Right, well, that's the first of these 6-inch figures I've ever had, so maybe this will be the start of many more. And there you go, that is it for this video. Hopefully by the time I actually put this up on Polloi Two, Teague will have received his bits from me. But I just want to say a massive thank you for sending this stuff over. I really was only expecting those two figures, so all of this other stuff is very generous of you. I'm going to have great fun fixing up those two indie figures. And I think I might even fix up that Cylon as well, because I do love a lovely chrome Cylon, so he's definitely going to get worked on. So massive thanks for sending this stuff in. If you've enjoyed this video, then make sure to hit the subscribe button and tap the bell to be notified each time I upload a new video. And if you've really enjoyed it, then head on over to my main channel, toy-polloi, and subscribe there as well. And thanks for watching.